Hello guys, I'm Evil Kitty Fan 1, and I'm not gonna bother telling you guys what happened on Raw, cause it is a waste of time watching, really. I was so excited, but once I watched it, nah. There are barely any legends. Only people were there was Mick Foley, Ric Flair, and The Rock. I'm surprised The Rock showed up, cause I thought he'd be there via satellite. He had a rock concert, I'll get to that later though. For 20th anniversary of Raw, it sucked badly. It was like a good Raw, like on a decent day. Last week was better, for God's sakes. I enjoyed last week a lot. Yeah, so basically the only parts I liked was Team Hell No with Dr. Shelby. They're always funny. They said they're gonna lie to pass their anger management test or whatever it was. And then Team's Road Scholars came and pissed off Dr. Shelby. And they said they could get better advice from Dr. Phil, so he screamed, Dr. Phil! Dr. Phil! And then he ordered Kane and Danny Boy to attack. And then they had a yes! 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 chant going. That part was funny. And then, let's see, we had Miz TV with Ric Flair. That was just stupid. First they were talking, then the United States champion Antonio Cesaro came out. And yeah, that segment wasn't that good. All it pretty much was woo! And them doing Ric Flair's walk thing. Yeah. Except for Antonio getting beat up. That is fun to enjoy. Can't stand that guy. And then there was the main, well, there's a bunch of other stuff. Then there was the main event, which, oh my god, John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage match. Now, it was a pretty good match, but Cena literally kicked out of every goddamn thing Ziggler threw at him. He kicked out of the drop kick, he kicked out of the zigzag, he kicked out of everything. Like, I swear to God, all of Ziggler's moves he kicked out of. Cena ended up winning once AJ was climbing the cage, and then Ryback, aka Biggie Langston, came, was gonna hit Cena with the briefcase. Cena ducked, hit Ziggler, and then Cena won. And yeah, it wasn't that good. So, we get to the Rock concert, the worst Rock concert ever. He's talking about Paul Heyman, Vicky Guerrero, and it was only like 5-10 minutes at the most. They didn't have enough time to get more, or whatever the hell they were thinking. And then at the end, CM Punk and The Rock were going at it, which was fun to watch. CM Punk comes running down, starts punching The Rock, fists are flying, referees and WWE officials are trying to break it up. I enjoyed that part. Another part I enjoyed was Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton. I think it was for the IC Championship, but I don't really know. I don't care. It was a good match. Wade Barrett beat Randy Orton with a clean win, so that means they're gonna boost Wade up to the World Heavyweight title. Hopefully, because he deserves it. I'm a big fan of Wade Barrett, kinda. I like his work. Now, I'm gonna talk about how they could have made it better. You know, Mick Foley gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is great. He comes out to make a speech, and Shield comes, interrupts everything. Ryback comes out, Randy Orton comes out, and Sheamus comes out. Ryback delivers a shell shock to Dean Ambrose. The Shield runs away, and that's it. We don't, like, Mick Foley deserves a speech. He deserves it because, well, it's a Hall of Fame speech. That pissed me off. And they were in Texas, right? HBK it lives in Texas, so is Stone Cold and Undertaker, I think. None of them showed up. Like, why? They could have made Raw a whole lot better. They're pretty much the guys that made Raw. So yeah, that pissed me off that, like, barely any legends were there. It was a like I said, it was a pretty good Raw, but not a good Raw for it being a milestone. So yeah, if you guys are watching, if you guys are a fan of Raw, SmackDown, WWE, Pro Wrestling in general, leave your comments below if you saw it on what you thought. Until then, bye.